Alright troops, strong and conditioned, live and direct. So basically a week ago a comment came through on the app, the YouTube Studio app, and it was a guy talking about the Iron Wolf and that he had deleted his videos on YouTube. So obviously that kind of sparked my curiosity, because I've spoken to Art on 2 occasions. I did 2 podcasts with him, and very nice guy, very humble guy, very friendly, and he was I was very fortunate to be able to speak to him because he was a big influence, and I'm going to get into that as the video goes on. So I checked the YouTube channel and I noticed there was a lot of his routines had just gone, a lot of them. And basically over the last couple of weeks I've noticed, no, the last couple of days, someone's deleting them anyway, and I don't know who. I don't want to speculate, I don't want to get into that because it's not really my business. But there's hardly any videos left, and ultimately we've lost a big library of some of the best programmed burpee routines that you could get out there. One thing I always say about Art particularly was his programming. His programming was amazing. I was really envious of the programming style he implemented with his burpees, the number schemes, the rep schemes. There was just, he made workouts fun, and Iron Wolf workout was brutal. Anyway, no one knows where the videos are, no one knows what's happening. And that to guys like us, burpee guys, that's like a museum being ransacked during the war. Where great artifacts and great works are just being destroyed, man. It's hard to take, and you can see that in his comments, because that's one of the first things I looked at was the most recent video that he's got on it now, and the comments, and there's a lot of guys out there that are like, they're lost, man, because they're part of the wolf pack. And but do you know what, like, listen, right, so when I spoke to her on the podcast, I'm sure he mentioned on the one we did with the Move, Sweat and Suffer, the one with Joe Hotai. Joe Hotai's back online, by the way. I see him, man. Respect to Joe Hotai. Basically, I think there was aspirations of different employment once he had moved out of the military, and he made a comment about that he would probably give up YouTube at some point. Now you've got, like, for me personally, like, you'll get speculation during these incidents. People are always going to imagine what happened, but I like to think here like this, right? The thing that grabbed me about Iron Wolf was his anti-influencer stance. He was very adamant that he was not a fitness influencer. He hated all of that stuff. It was completely the opposite of what he trained for. And basically, like, it was too much. He just wasn't into it, right? He was an anti-influencer. He got the work done. NGAF, right? The Wolfpack motto, NGAF. And he was right. I bought into that, man. Like, who cares about your training? Just train, man. Just train. That to me was the best part of Iron Wolf. It was that I am not an influencer. So when you think about it, right, like, it's even worse nowadays, man. It's even worse, man, and that would drive guys offline. Like, I'm finding myself in particular, like, spending less time online because I just find it a crazy world now. Crazy, particularly fitness, man. So the way I want to look at it is like, he's done his work, man, and he is out, man. That was Iron Wolf's motto: turn up, get the work done, and disappear. And do you know what? He's probably pulled that off in a YouTube context, man. But it hurts for a lot of guys because those routines aren't there anymore. So what do we take from that? Well, unless you look at other channels where they've specifically copied Iron Wolf routines, that seems to be the best we're going to get at this point. But look for inspiration in how the Iron Wolf programmed. He had short sessions, his short cards. He had these long cards, he had his cardiovascular punishment. Jeez. See, when I actually talk about it, man, and I think about the fact that these are all gone, man. Because the Iron Wolf, like, for me, the Iron Wolf routines were the benchmark. Like, periodically, when I was at the peak of my powers, I would find myself putting on, like, a long card and just doing it along with Iron Wolf and trying to keep the pace with him, man. Like, and see if I could keep the pace with him, man. Like, I felt good. I felt good. The guy was an inspiration. So who knows, man? Who knows? But do you know what? He was a principled guy. He was a principled guy. So I'm only assuming there's a principled notion behind what's happened. And I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavours, man. So, guys, do your own routines, man. Take inspiration from guys like the Iron Wolf. Their programming was on point. You have also got the ability to program your own routines. Just remember, guys, turn up, get the work done. Get out, man. Get out. Anyway, salute to the Wolfpack. Salute to the Wolfpack. I always consider myself part of the Wolfpack because, like, another thing with the burpee scene is, and I get this on Instagram, I think it's because my channel's it's got a lot of followers, but I get a lot of hate and I get a lot of nasty comments. And I get a lot telling me, you copied Burpee King, you've ripped off Burpee King. And I always want to put it out there, like the guys who started me off in this game were the Iron Wolf. I've always said that from day dot, that the Iron Wolf was the guy who I first discovered doing the burpee, and that's where I took my cue, and he inspired me to start my own channel, and yeah, that was it, man. But anyway, listen guys, enough of that. Hopefully good luck and hopefully successful in his future endeavours. Anyway guys, I just wanted to get out there because it's a pivotal moment in the burpee scene. It's a pivotal moment. The guy was a godfather to a certain degree, and it's just went off ski. So other than that, let's go into my training. I've had to take a hiatus from burpees for quite a while recently because I herniated a disc in my back. It's giving me trouble and I am struggling to do anything which involves either squatting with weight on my shoulders or anything crazy, man. If anybody's ever had a herniated disc, if anybody's ever had a disc issue, they know that when it kicks in, it's absolutely brutal to the point where it affects you psychologically. So anytime I'm bending down, I am doing it with a degree of trepidation. I'm not just flying down there willy-nilly. I'm having to really think about like getting down there. I'm having to say to myself, Jesus, like I'm having to brace, man, to like get off the toilet basically. I'm having to act like a powerlifter to get off the toilet, man. It cripples you. Anyway, burpees are out the question for me, which is why I'm slowing down with the uploads as well, the upload frequency, because it's not genuine for me to give you burpee content if I'm not performing them myself. So the one thing about my channel is there's a degree of me being genuine with you guys, and I'm not going to churn out content anymore just for the sake of it, like just to kind of keep the name rolling. I don't care, man, in that respect. I've got too much going on outside of YouTube. I'm fucking busy, man. I'm busy. I don't want to become one of these guys, like, you've got these dudes like that. They just constantly pump out the same content, and it's like, it's depressing to watch, man. Guys like that, I don't want to be like that. Do you know what I mean? Alright guys, so anyway, wrap this up. Thanks for watching, and thanks for staying strong, and thanks for staying conditioned.